Remember us. As simple an order as a king can give. Remember why we died. We did not wish tribute, or song, or monuments, or poems of war and valor. Wish was simple. Remember us, he said to me. That was his hope. Should any free soul come across that place. In all the countless centuries yet to be, may all our voices whisper to you from the ageless stones. Go tell the Spartans passerby. Here, by Spartan law, we lie. And so my king died, and my brothers died. Barely a year ago. Long I've pondered my king's cryptic talk of victory. Time has proven him wise. For from free Greek to free Greek, the word was spread that bold Leonidas and his 300, so far from home, laid down their lives, not just for Sparta, but for all Greece, and the promise this country holds. Now, here on this rugged patch of earth called Plataea, Xerxes forged face obliteration!
Thank you for joining the Syndicate Network, and welcome to the Zack Snyder Hour with Skywalker the Jedi. Skywalker the Jedi. Skywalker the Jedi.
Yo, hold on, let me move the picture of the homie. Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Skywalker back at y'all with another one. Can y'all hear me all right? Can y'all hear me out there? Much love and appreciation. Thank you to everybody that is catching this on the live play, live chat, and in the replay crew as well. Much love. Must say, feels good to be back. Had a rough week this week, people. I ain't even gonna front. I ain't gonna even front. I had a rough week. It was a rough one. It was a real rough week. But I'm glad to be back streaming with you guys, man, and having these conversations. Feels good. Feels like I'm getting back to a little bit of normalcy. But yeah. We got the homie Lucas Weber in here. Much love. Douglas Murphy, much love. DC Talk, much love. Mama Bear, thank you for being here. Mama Bear, we appreciate you so much. We appreciate you being here each and every single time. We got Smackadon in the building. What's going on, Smack? Much love, bro. We got Joe Nathan. Say, yo, Sky, did you say they're working on a Godfather 4? Bro, no, I did not, bro. You got to be trolling. You got to be trolling me, bro. You got to be trolling, Joe. You got to be trolling, bro. For sure, Bad Dan. Thank you for stopping through. I appreciate it. And just hit me up, bro. Yeah. What up, Alan Belk? Much love, bro. Thank you, Mama Bear. You know what? Hold up. You know what? I never wanted to go see that, Mama Bear. 1 second. Hold up. I'm gonna do that right now. All right. Oh, it's not letting me load it. You know what? I'll go see about that later. Yeah, I had a rough week, guys. Smack, yeah. Hey, man, we here, bro. Much love, Necron. Thank you for tapping in, bro. we appreciate you. Alan Belk said Godfather 4. Does Coppola need money? Probably after that whole thing with was it Megalopolis? Probably. They gotta go hard. They gotta go holler at Mario Puzo. What up, Inception? IMAX is selling this company? What? Don't be coming in here and crazy. Anyway, much love, y'all. Thank y'all for being in the building. I appreciate y'all being here. Y'all have no idea. It was a really rough week, but we here. And yeah, hopefully I don't, break down in the middle of the stream. You know what I mean? But if I do, y'all just don't mind me. All right. I'm just gonna say that now. I don't want no crying sky memes. You know what I mean? Sin Havoc. Much love, bro. Yeah, I did like Megalopolis. What up, Frank C? Yeah, I am back. Bro. IMAX is potentially selling on Netflix. Oh my God. Don't even, you know what? Nah, we'll talk about that later. I'll do my due diligence on that, and we might get into that tomorrow. Y'all be sure to smash that like, share, and subscribe, man. All that good stuff. We here rocking out. On the road to 5K. Hit the notification bell as well so that you know when I'm going live or dropping a new video. Sales ZSJL and Sales Snyderverse and Netflix. Y'all already know what's going on. If IMAX about to get Netflix, bro, we're about to have a whole other conversation, bro. Right? We trying to get that conclusion to Zack Snyder's DC arc, in IMAX in your local theaters on the Netflix platform. It'll be of the full gamut if we're able to secure that. It won't just be on the Netflix platform, and if you don't want your influencers, twerking for certain countries and all that stuff and doing, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Y'all got to tell me. Y'all got to tell me what's going on, right? I don't know. I'm over here. I'm trying to keep it cool. You know what I mean? We only ask 3 rules of engagement, which are just being positive. Don't mix the hashtags and don't mention anybody outside of Netflix. And they know what's up. Right? And that's been what's got us this far. So why switch up now? Right? ZSJL. It's in Netflix, on YouTube, and X are also platforms that you guys should be following, because all pertinent information will be coming from there, as well as myself and Apex Lux of the New Geeks. And if you want to sponsor a stream, whenever you guys give super chats, super thanks, super stickers, gift memberships, anything of that sort, it is tallied up, and whoever donates the most will have their name scrolling across the bottom of a following stream, like Mook Juice does for this one. Let's get caught back up with the chat before we get started. Yeah. Hashtags, yeah, right? Yeah. Nah, this is crazy. Said, what happened? Nah. If they know what would happen if IMAX is bought by Netflix, bro. Shout out to Apex Lux in the building. Much love, bro. 3/4 of the cool table in the building already. Right? Yeah. No, I'm just glad to be here. And yeah, about to have a dope conversation. And I'm just happy to be rocking out with you guys and talking about stuff that I love, you know, and having a little bit of reprieve from feeling all sad. You know what I mean? So for sure. First on the docket, we got more from DC and the last photograph in terms of posts on IG from Zack talking about this stuff. First, all right, he dropped this. Showing shot this on my Leica monochrome during the Wonder Woman Crimea shoot. An original story unfolding through the lens, and these were her soldiers. Man, oh man, oh man. Look, I know that we've seen the picture and we got the concept for what Wonder Woman 1854 would have been, right? Or but do we feel like we can still work this into the timeline somehow? Huh? What's going on, Nessa? Thank you for pulling up. We appreciate you and your presence as well. Shout out to SPR Dave too. Much love, y'all. Yeah, man. Shout out to y'all, bro. Yeah, I'm just glad to be streaming again and able to kind of hold it together long enough to have a conversation with y'all. You know what I mean? But are we still feeling like we can fit this into the timeline? Huh? Is it Wonder Woman 1854, the Crimean War? Yeah. When Wonder Woman was lopping heads off. Right? Let them know, bro. Right? Anyway. Right? But yeah, are we still trying to work this in? Because look, if we just gonna be letting Zack do whatever, I mean, I say why not try to work this in? You know? If we're gonna go full Snyderverse timeline, let's go full Snyderverse timeline. Why not? Right? We see what look, because I ain't even gonna front, right? I mean, because look, y'all know me. And look, I know. Sometimes I be saying stuff that's not like the right thing to say. You know? Y'all know what I mean. Sometimes I be saying stuff that's technically not like the right thing to say. But I don't care because I'm a fan at the end of the day. And if anybody gets offended, then hey, it is what it is. Everybody not gonna like your stuff. Everybody not gonna feel the same way. Right? But let me say this though. As a fan, all right, the only reason why I'm like really comfortable with us just tossing 1854 in there is because look what happened with the Wonder Woman sequel, right? If the Wonder Woman sequel would have taken what we loved about the first movie into account, I don't think I would feel that way, right? But seeing where they went when it was just like, you know, I was being held back by everybody on the first one, and it's like the first one was way better. It's like, all right, well, you went and did what you wanted to do. So now maybe I can see more of what the people that had a little bit more to do with what I liked about the first one. Maybe I can go see what they wanted to do, all in, right? Smack said, all they got to do is have a Cersei, the real one, show up and magic wand away the memory of this happening, and bing, bang, boom, Crimea War. Hey, facts. Yeah. Right. Shanavin said that scheduling can make it possible. Yay, I'm sure it can. Look, because I think that when this whole thing was going down for show at Netflix, I know they was talking to everybody. So since I know they was talking to everybody and everybody wanted to come back, then I already know that that's not even a question for me. Right? Frank C says, I remember the next plan for Wonder Woman was to bring her into present day, but whatever Zach would like would be cool. Yeah, I feel that because obviously where ZSJL left off at, right? If that can be the case, but look, if you throw Cersei in there, I think you can have both. You can have her being present day and be flashing back to 1854, showing a memory of hers that was wiped or something. I don't know, man. Whatever. Look, they can figure this out. It's comic books. Okay? But at the end of the day, I want this shit. So whatever they got to do to give me what, you know what I mean? Like, whatever they got to do. For sure. Right? What up, Sean Franklin? Much love. SPR Dave says, I'm offended we haven't gotten more of Zack's DC. Especially when you see what they giving you. I ain't even watched that new Lanterns trailer. I'm going to keep it a buck, though. Like, that shit looks terrible. The suit, I keep seeing that suit. That is ridiculous. For a Green Lantern show, for them to have a bruh. I don't know what we're doing. But anyway. What up, Sean Franklin? He says, are you going to see Masters of the Universe? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I think it looks cool. And I want to see what Jared Leto's like as Skeletor. For sure. TJ says, Netflix is cooking with live action Avatar Airbender way better than Paramount is doing with animation. I said what I said. Hey, apparently you can't think that Paramount is taking L's and possibly doing some stuff wrong without getting called out from certain people. It's weird, man. SPR Dave said, yeah, I'm done with the DCU. I gave them a fair shot, but I'm done. No Supergirl, no Man of Tomorrow. Yeah, I ain't even watch. He said that. Lux said that trailer was a Lizzo amount of ass. Come on, bro. TJ says Sky is a chocolate suit with a hint of mint. That's crazy. It's like, wait, what'd you say, Lux? You was like, it's afraid to be a Green Lantern show or something? It's something like that, right? Sinavic said Wonder Woman 3 was supposed to be in present day with Cersei and Atlas, a prelude to the Themyscira versus Atlantis War, right? Man, look, bro. All that stuff, Here's the thing, too. We couldn't get no. Think about all the stuff that we couldn't get because of the DCU. Right? Like they was like, oh yeah, you can't really be trying to use no Wonder Woman stuff because we're gonna do something. And then no, they're not. oh yeah, you can't use Green Lantern because we're gonna be doing something. Oh yeah, well we're kind of not. You know, actually, the first trailer was so bad we had to take the shit down. Inception says Wayne T. Carr is Jon Stewart. Hey, I agree, bro. I agree, bro. I agree. Smack says, I mean, the whole Godfather 4 from the female perspective is weird as hell to me. What, huh? Is that what they're doing? No. Lux said, yeah, the tagline is something about being afraid. I said a response that it is afraid to be a Green Lantern show. Oh my God. Mama Bear says they broke rule one of the lantern lore. The ring chooses the lantern. What? They broke that rule? Man, what is going on? TJ said the fact we didn't get Justice Society versus Justice League, but I'm seeing psychiatrists hype up the Justice game. Oh my God. He said I'm seeing psychiatrists hyping up the Justice game. Oh my God. He said trying the Lord of the Rings, the Green Lantern. Bro, what's going on, man? Messer said that suit is fugly. Crazy. John wants Hal's ring. What? James Gunn wants it at V for Vendetta? Oh my God, yo. Look. This is subversion. Right? Hey, Lux is just like me, like Godfather 4 is doing what? Wait, Godfather, bro. I'm confused too. I'm like, wait, what's going on? Anyway, look, man, I don't know what's going on. But I do know that Zack is talking, stuff from DC. Right. And what was crazy too, because I don't know what was up. Zack was in a little bit of a Wonder Woman mode, right? Where he's showing me on the set of Wonder Woman, where he's like, yo, I had something to do with the one that was good. Zack, like, when I was on set, everything was all right. When I was on set, it was all good. Zack had the heavy artillery, though. You know what I mean? Pull it up. Oh, man. What a time, bro. I remember when all this stuff was going on. What a time. What a time. But we're going to see. We shall see, man. Zach was like, I just want y'all to know that I was working on the one that was good. Right? That that second one, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Right? He like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Okay. And right here. Zach posted up with the boys, right? He says with Stuart Martin and Frafi, not just amazing actors, but amazing friends. This photo by Clay Enos was captured in Leticia, the southernmost city in Colombia on the edge of the Amazon, right? Out there chilling, shooting a movie, being bros. Frafi probably really out there taking pictures. Right. He said, yep, that Reynolds Green Lantern ain't so bad now. He's like, right? He was in there with the suit. Sinat was like, and look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh. And what the hell is on Joey's head? Yeah, nah, I need that trailer, man. I need that trailer. Mama Bear said, at least they follow rule number 1 with right. All right. Man, what's going on with this stuff, man? Just anyway, but look, I don't want to talk about that right now. I want to talk about Zach being posted up with the homies and shooting out in Colombia, right? What do you guys think the tone for this is going to be, right? Like, what are we thinking, man? And Necron said, if the villain sucks, bro, this is, yeah. What was it? And not Sinestro. What is his name, bro? If they turn my dude into a cloud, right? Wait, was it Parallax? No, it wasn't Parallax. I don't remember, man. Oh, it was Parallax. Yeah. See? But what do we think that this film's going to feel like? Right? Lucas Weber said the last photograph will be serious. SPR Dave says, when's it coming out? I don't know. Hopefully this year, though. Hopefully it should be this year. Joe Nathan says, if y'all didn't watch The Unchosen yet, you have to. Okay, I looked that up. Then Shenavik said, Can's been fun. Hey, that's what's up. Yeah, bro, it was Parallax. Yeah, it was Parallax. Yep. The Parasite that bro, I want to see Parasite done live action. That's who I want. Right. So, hey, Zach might bring Ryan back. Maybe. Look, whoever Zach be casting, I'm with it. I was even talking to the homie. We were discussing what was it? Sucker Punch, because he was like, yeah, I just saw that the other day, and I told him, I was like, bro, that was the first movie I ever saw. Oscar Isaac in. And he was like thinking about it. He was like, wait a minute. That was the first thing I ever saw him. He always called him Moon Knight. He just called him Moon Knight. He was like, yeah, that is the first thing I ever saw Moon Knight in. And yeah, we was just like, we was just going back and forth by all the Zach castings, man. You know? So like I didn't learn to just leave it alone. Like I ain't even really tripping no more. It don't matter who he casts. I'm gonna just wait and see. You know what I mean? Because I always tell the homie, I was like kind of iffy on the Ben Affleck thing, but I was really down on the Gal Gadot Wonder Woman. I was like, what? No. Nah, no. I was like, chick from Fast and Furious, no. I was more cool with the Jason Momoa as Aquaman than I was at you know, the other stuff, but yeah. I was like, but as soon as I saw that picture, I was like, I was wrong. As soon as I saw that picture, I was like, I was wrong. That's Wonder Woman. Might of Inception says is the same here. The Sucker Punch was where I first saw Oscar Isaac. Yep, bruh. And I remember in that scene where he was talking to them backstage, and like he was like really going in. I was like, yo, this dude's a good actor, man. All right. I was like, oh, yeah, this guy's a good actor. You know? Joe Nathan says a last photograph will be what I'm calling a deep, fantastical reflection piece. I can't stop thinking about the Papa Legba / Joker looking fool. Bruh, here's the thing, too. I know it's going to be some kind of like fever dream aspect almost or something, because I think Frafi plays a junkie too. So like, you know, we're gonna be seeing some things from his perspective, right? And it's funny because I was just watching Ray, what was that, like yesterday, and I was watching those scenes where he's like going through what he's going through. So yeah, I definitely think that we're gonna be getting some fever dream type stuff through the eyes of Frafi. And even Stuart Martin too, because he might end up, you know, having to dabble a little bit. You never know. And Necron said Sucker Punch had such a hit campaign against it. Bruh, you know what's funny? My homie was saying the same thing. He was like, bro, I love that movie. He was like, hey, that movie's so dope. Man, look, in real life, bro, people don't be talking like this, man. That's why I'm so kind of over these internet conversations, man. Like, almost none of these things are done in good faith, right? Almost none of these things is done in clear faith or good faith, rather, right? But, you know, we shall see. We shall see. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me check something real quick. All right. Yeah. All right. Cool. Mama Bear said the Sucker Punch didn't have a clear ending. It requires you to think, yeah, and it wasn't, and it wasn't doing a lot of hand holding either. But in that type of film, you almost can't do too much hand holding, right? You have to leave more to the imagination and leave you to kind of do some thinking and putting some stuff together. Right? And that's probably why we ain't had that director's cut, because that director's cut probably did a little bit more handhold, right? And they was like, nah. It's like, nah. It's probably why. And Joe Nathan says Frafi is in Unchosen. It's on Netflix. Okay, I will check it out, bro. I will check it out. But yeah, I'm definitely down to check this out, man. But let's go ahead and let's move on to the next topic. All right. Zack teases more Cavill Superman. Now, I wanted this to make this a thing, right? Because I'm gonna say something, and I don't care what you guys think. I really don't care what you guys think. It's fine. It's fine. Okay? Not tripping. And Necron said you got to understand the metaphors. Yep. Yeah. I'll let them know, Mama Bear. All right. But yeah, I'm gonna share this. And now I'm gonna say something, and I don't care how this is taken. I really don't care. Right? First of all, it's a cool ass picture, but I have to say something. Okay? I have to say something. All right? This picture. Does anybody want to say what this looks like it's an homage to? I'm gonna give y'all that opportunity first. Right? What movie came out recently that kind of fits with this aesthetic? I'm gonna let y'all say. Okay? And then y'all can tell me if I'm reaching. Right? Y'all can tell me if I'm reaching. Okay. Right? I'm just saying, like, what kind of movie had this aesthetic that came out recently? Leon Oppenheimer. Right? He said, I spelled it wrong. I got you, bro. Oppenheimer. So I'm not making that up. Right? And I don't think me and the homie talked about this either. Smack said that Smack said Leon read my mind. So I was on Leon's mind too. All right. Joe Nathan said, Sky, if you say he moonwalking, I'm done. No, I'm not. Right? He said, no, we did not. All right. I'm just about to say, this looks like kind of like a little homage, a tip of the hat, almost to Oppenheimer. Because I don't remember this being in Batman vs. Superman. I don't remember this shot being in that movie. Not necessarily. Maybe it was. But I can't think of any offhand. Right? This looks to me. He said, and the title of the song chosen by Zack is Superman Rising Part 2. Hey, I'm just saying, this looks a little bit, to me, like a tip of the hat to Oppenheimer. All right. So before I go on, am I reaching by saying that this is a tip of the hat to Oppenheimer? Let's establish that first. Right? Is that a reach for me to say, hey, this kind of looks like a tip of the hat to Oppenheimer? Let me know. And then we'll move forward. I need answers. Mama Bear said that she could see it. Okay. He said, psychologist. Oh, he said psychologist hyping up the movie. All right, cool. Flying through the fire. All right, okay, right. Mama Bear can see it. Yep. Joe Nathan said, "Nah, I think you're dead on." Okay, because look, we're about to take the next step, so I just had to kind of talk about that first, right? Because look, Joe's dead on, but I'm about to add on something better for you. Y'all see it saved from 6 days ago, right? Y'all see that? Does everybody say it saved from 6 days ago? Y'all want to know what happened 7 days ago? What happened 7 days ago? Any guesses? What up, Josh Herrera? Much love, bro. What up, Necron? Hey, because look, all right, does anybody want to take a guess what happened 7 days ago? No, not the trailer, bro. He said I spelled that one wrong too. Nope, and not the trailer, bro. I'll give you one better. All right, I'm about to show y'all something. Y'all remember that stream I had when I was talking about Zach and Zach and Christopher Nolan? Hey, I don't know. Do a stream. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Zach Nolan, right? Going in. The next day, I see look like Zach showing love to Superman via Oppenheimer almost. I was like, hey, man, what's going on, dog? But anyway, I might be reaching. You see how I walked y'all through that, though? That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Man, I'm just saying, bro. He said, oh, yeah. Just saying, bro. I was like, is that a little tip of the hat to the Oppenheimer? I said, bro, come on, man. I just did that stream last night, bro. I just did that stream last night, bro. But anyway, back to what I was saying. This is fire. Regardless of if this was posted because of my stream or not, which I'm, no, this is a fire ass picture. And that Superman Rising Part 2, it definitely is a key factor. And thank you for bringing that up again, bro. Crazy. Oh man, it's so much fun to be back. It's so much fun to be back. Y'all make sure to smash that like button. Let me check the likes, bro. What y'all doing on the likes? We almost at 50 yet? Nope, we at 36. Hey. Yeah. But clearly though, guys, Zack's moved on from DC. Clearly, right? Zack's moved on. He doesn't want to talk about DC. He don't want to think about it, right? There is no reason for us to even contemplate in our minds Zack even considering coming back to work with these characters, right? Clearly, he has no interest whatsoever. None. Couldn't pay him. Right? Wild. Still getting more hype than all that DCU crap, man. It's wild how this has been playing out. Wild. Hold on, man. Yeah, we in here, man. Just doing what we do. Who's this? Ace? Yeah. SPR Dave says Zack's moved on. You're all keeping him from progressing. Look, we're ripping him away. Right? We are ripping him away from what he really wants to do. Right? Just saying, man. This clearly looks like the workings of a man who has moved on. This is a peek into the mind of a man that's moved on. Right? Crazy, bro. Yeah. He said we're ripping him away. Bro, I'm never gonna he said, oh yeah, and like you're ripping him away from what he really wants to be doing. Ripping him away, bro. It just sounds so visceral, right? Like so it's just lacking compassion. Just we're ripping him away from oh my god, man. This is somebody that didn't ask Zack nothing at Full Circle and had like had buku opportunity to ask him just anything about the future. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Zack, would you think about, kind of playing off on this later? None of that. Had hours. Got more done with one question than these people got done in hours of commentary. Crazy, bro. Crazy how that worked, right? Ace said Henry Cavill is a Superman. Hey, I feel it, bro. Lord Necron said, what y'all talking about? White girl summer coming up. Supergirl. Woo woo. We need to return, man. So it's white girl summer this time, bro. That was nasty work, bro. I can't believe that dude said that, bro. It gotta be white boy summer. He's unnecessarily dramatic, ripping. Calm down, Alki. He's sitting there, bro. He was up. We're ripping him away from what he really wants to do, bro. Wild. He said, "Shut up and have another vodka, bro. Y'all too much, bro." Said that nerd had a panel in an hour, a conversation / interview, and didn't ask anything important. No, hey man, look, bro. Could you imagine if I sat down with Zack for an hour? Could you imagine if Zack pulled up to the Zack Snyder hour, right? How much good information we could get in 1 hour, right? Right. That would be like the definitive fan interview. You already know it would. Talking about stuff and release the Snyder Cut Broadway. Oh my God, bro. But no, right? They go to full circle, bro. Get to sit down, be on panels or whatever. You know? And don't ask nothing. Crazy how that works. Either dude Superman is Jacob Elordi. Oh my God. The dude that played Frankenstein, bro. Oh my God. Hey, SPR Dave says, Sky, do we need to work on getting Zack on here? Hey, if it happens, bro. You know what I mean? But if it don't, it don't. I'm good either way, dog. Yeah. It's crazy. But these are the things, you know, that we be dealing with. You know, I just wanted to make sure that I tapped in on that. Spoke on that Zack and Cavill post. Right. Let me do this because I have to check. Homie's still alive. Yep. Yep. Hey, bro. Already been on, bro. Exactly. Already been on. It's in ever said Sky. I said, oh, hold up. Let me see what's up. Okay. Let me add this real quick. Again, not as does look cool. I think I showed this, but we can definitely look at it again before we move on. Yeah, I think we did because I think that we was talking about the crosses in the back, and I was like, man, yo, somebody dying. I was like, I just somebody dying. Yep, Epic Worlds in full circle. Hey, you know what? Try to help set that up, SPR Dave. And there you go, bro. Try to set that up, bro. That's what I'm gonna say. But yeah, this photo looks crazy, man. Look, you can tell ever since the release of Snyder Cut days, Zack really loved fucking with black and white, right? Don't he? He been like, yo, ever since I was just looking at that movie in black and white, bro, it's just something about it. Right? It's just something about it. Off-White Sunseeker at the marina. Let's check this one more time. Okay. Yeah. Hey, nah, I appreciate the SPR. There you go. All right. So the complexity and simplicity is perfectly balanced, right? Yeah, bro. Nah, is Zach be killing with these black and white photos, bro? Real talk. Zach be killing with these black and white photos, right? But yeah, how you guys feeling about this stuff, bro? Right? With Zach dropping all these DC pictures and teasing Superman, Batman, you know, all of this stuff. Still clearly talking about DC stuff, right? Still tapped in. Right? Still having these conversations. Or like causing these conversations, rather. Because every time he posts something, it's like, man, you know, and you know, I was just about to bring that up, SPR, how the Instagram platform really suits him. It really, really suits him, yo. It really suits him because it's all about the pictures and it puts the images like up front and, you know, just in your face, and that's the main draw of the platform. Outside of other platforms where, especially with stuff like, you know, the Bird app and all that, where it's way more toxic because the conversations are the focal point, whereas on Instagram it's really a lot more image focused, you know. And it started off as being a thing for photographers anyway, so I always knew that if he made an Instagram, he was gonna kill it on there. All right. SPR says, honestly, it makes me more hopeful that we will at some point see Zach do something DC. Yeah. The Rebel Moon guy is here for sure, bro. Hey. Right. Off-White Sunseeker at the marina. Sorry, y'all have no idea what that's from, and I keep saying it. Much love, bro. Sinavic says it's the only thing that DC has anything worthy of talking about, right? Yeah. It's all they got, bro. It's all they got. What up, DC all the way? Just came from Rebel Moon Theory for sure. Yeah. Everything else, DC has been a disaster and an accident waiting to happen, right? Just like the Dallas Cowboys. That's crazy, bro. Inception says, I feel like he knows something we don't, and his restoration may be a lot more possible than people think. Zach is a smart man, and never burning bridges in the industry, so his ties are good. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Yeah. I just hope that this thing comes to fruition no matter what, you know. I have a little bit more faith in that will happen because of Zach's post. My thing has been like, I feel like whoever is in control of their influencers on the other side, they need to do some better marketing, because like this whole making the crux of this, like where this thing is going to get shot at, I don't think that's necessarily a good thing to do, a good route to go down. I think that the best route to take in terms of hyping up Zack Snyder's projects and trying to talk to his fan base is talking about Zack Snyder's projects and talking to his fan base about his projects directly, and not trying to hype up a certain location for these things to be shot at. You know? But hey, maybe I'm tripping. right? But yeah, let's go ahead and let's move on to the next topic. We got the Army of the Dead 5-year anniversary dropping, right? And I know and Noogie said if Zach stops talking about DC, then the brand is cooked. For sure, right? That is absolutely true. That is absolutely true. For sure. Right. But for us to talk about Army of the Dead turning 5 years old, I had to make sure that we reached out and talked to the experts. You know what I mean? So we got the homie Rebel Moon Theory on. What's going on, bro? How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm doing wonderful. And I'm feeling very fired up right now. How are you doing?
Oh, cool, man. Your mic was kind of sounding weird, but the more that you kept talking, it sounded better. So you sound good now. How you feeling, man? I'm glad that you had this wonderful day, man. I know you just got off stream, so you're probably a little bit tired, but go ahead and let the people know how you feeling about today. And unless you talk about this Army of the Dead 5-year anniversary, I'm gonna let you cook, bro. Go ahead and do your thing, man.
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Jeffrey Warfield because he actually just sent me something. And I think it's really big. And let me. And I've reached out to him and I want to send it out. So, the actor for Zeus in Army of the Dead, like it's post.
Hey, yeah.
And
Go ahead and shoot that to me, bro, and I'll try to pull it up.
yeah, man, he sent that to me, and I was like, "Yo, this is so dope." I meant to share it on my stream, but I decided to share it on here because I think it's a really big moment. And shout out to Jeffrey Warfield. I know he's been putting in a lot of work today as well. And shout out to everybody here. This has been really dope. And today's been really fun, man. Today, we've been talking about Army of the Dead. We've been theorizing it. I actually got to watch Army of Thieves with Bat Dan on his channel last night, and it was really dope. It was really dope, and we got to theorize the Army verse and the Rebel Moon universe, and it's just really dope, man. Just another day, another trending event. Getting to theorize the universes and celebrate the anniversary of Zack Snyder's projects and his awesome universes like Rebel Moon, Army of the Dead. That's celebrating the anniversary of a franchise like Rebel Moon and Army of the Dead, which consider they are connected. It's really dope just continuing to have something new to talk about, like a new franchise that is fresh and new and it's great. And it just feels great, getting to talk about these new franchises, even one that the world really needs right now because there's a lot of sci-fi franchises that are like really falling apart right now. Like
Good point, bro.
you got one point and one franchise I can have an example of is Destiny 2 that is closing. They're no longer supporting it in June, and they're like ending support for that game. And that was like, there were even though like recently, they had a bunch of layoffs, but there were like a good amount of people that played it, and I think that now is a time where maybe Rebel Moon can kind of come out with their own like Rebel Moon AAA game, and it could like blow up too, man. It could literally like become massive, and just continuing to keep this conversation, for this franchise, and you know introducing like new people to it is just really really dope, and it's definitely something that I believe the world needs right now, and it's just really really dope today. And something else too, man, it's just like oh you know they say, "Oh, Army of the Dead is a dead franchise." Well, none of the creators have even confirmed if it's dead or not. None of them. The developers of Destiny or the Destiny page really came out and said, "Hey, we're no longer supporting this game." But for some reason, Army of the Dead is dead when they don't mention that it's dead, when it's not. I mean, you see Zack Snyder celebrating the anniversary of Army of the Dead today. You know, and it's just really, really dope. And I even wanted to share. Oh, I've talked about this on my space and my stream, but I believe Army of the Dead Las Vegas could actually be coming out next because I believe it's been put on hold for, in the meantime, for something big.
If that may be the case, bro. That may be the case, right? We got DC all the way with the $10 super chat saying, check out my new channel, Rebel Moon Tales, episode
Yeah,
1, Zombies. Wait, we got a new channel alert? What's going on, bro?
yeah. So DC all the way, he actually started his own. He started his own series, like little Rebel Moon Tales, on his channel.
What? Man, hold up, bro. I'm about to go subscribe right now, dog. Hold up. Rebel Moon Tales. Hold up. Let me hold up. Somebody shoot me a video or something. You shoot me a link. Yeah. We gotta check that out. Rebel Moon Tales, episode 1, Zombies.
Yeah, I'll shoot you a link real.
Yeah, bro. Hold up. You shoot me that link and I'll show it on stream. All right, yeah. We about to do this. Okay. Oh my God. Hold up. Smash the like, subscribe. Hold up, man. Let me do this real quick. All right, hold up. We ain't gonna react to the whole thing, but y'all be sure to go check this out. Hold up. Let me Let me see what's up with this real quick. All right, hold up. Let's go ahead. Let's check this out.
After action report by Colonel Fury to Motherworld High Command. Report 01. My lords, per standing orders regarding zombie infections.
We got your...
These
Hold up, bro. We got the ships. Oh my goodness, bro. Look, y'all be sure to go get us a like and subscribe right now, bro. Welcome to the only on the Zack Snyder Hour, bro. Only on the Zack Snyder Hour are we premiering Rebel Moon Tales, right?
That appear sporadically across the galaxy without warning. We deployed to the remote alien world of Illyria. This planet boasts a breathtaking sky of swirling.
Okay. Look. We're gonna stop here. Because look, go get this man a like, a sub, smash that like button, smash that notification bell.
And subscribe.
Man, shout out to y'all, man. Bro, this is stuff I love to see, dog. This is dope, man. Look, shouts out to y'all. Look, y'all have no idea how much I love to see people that like be hanging out in the chat and stuff to see y'all start channels. Y'all have no idea how dope that is for me. to see. You know,
It's incredible, man. And even like, getting recognized by the creatives.
oh my God, bro. Shout out to y'all, man. Look, I appreciate that, bro. And thanks for the super chat. And like, yo, y'all be sure to go check that out, man. I just don't want to watch the whole thing and take from your views, bro. I want everybody to go click that link. And you know what? I'm going to pin it in the chat too. How about that? I'm going to pin that in the chat, bro. Let me do that, yeah. There we go. Y'all be sure to click that link. You know what I mean? And get us a chance for sure. Let me give you a drop, man. This is dope, bro.
Real quick, I want to ask you not about the legalities or like the probabilities or anything like that, but can you just speak to the resolve of your fan base that now that we're trying to get this thing sold to a third party?
The fan base has consistently been amazing and consistently, look, regardless of what I think, the fan base has their own ideas and they seem to win.
Hey, and then he followed up with the $2 super chat saying it's AI, but give it a chance. Hey, for sure, bro. Look, as long as you know what I'm saying. Look, you know what? I was about to say something so mean, bro, about something else. But I'm not even gonna do that. No, trust me, I don't, bro. I'm gonna check this out. I'm already subscribed. You know what I'm saying? I'm already subscribed, bro.
Yeah, I've actually already seen this whole video. I think it's really good.
Let me go ahead and give you this other drop too.
I like Zack a lot as a guy, and he was an incredibly thorough. He did all his own storyboards and stuff, which I think influenced me when I went on to my movies and do the same thing. And I saw how incredibly prepared he was. I thought it was great.
Right. All right. Hey, DC said that we can watch it. All right, cool. I'm gonna watch this first one. Mama Bear said, "Don't say it, Sky." I didn't say it. Right? I did not say it. But yeah, you know what? Let's check this out.
Purple auroras and twin moons, a stark contrast to the blood-soaked nightmare below. An unknown infection had erupted in the surface settlement, reanimating both local civilians and several of our own detached Motherworld soldiers into ravenous undead. Some, risen, wore tethered Imperial armor, their eyes hollow until the alpha specimens appeared, larger, faster, smarter, with glowing blue eyes that coordinated the hordes like twisted generals. We dropped straight into the melee, slag round superheating the air as zombies charged in waves. Right? I was nearly overrun by an alpha that tackled me from behind, its claws raking my armor. Private Ray saved my life, slamming into the creature and emptying his slag carbine into its skull at point-blank range. We fought back-to-back through the carnage, slag melting flesh and bone, limbs flying, screams echoing under that beautiful sky. I crushed undead heads with my rifle butt while Ray covered my flank with precise bursts. The battlefield turned into a charnel house with severed heads and melted
Zack Snyder
corpses.
violence too.
Wave after wave fell. We killed every last zombie, alphas included. Casualties were high, but the Motherworld stands unbowed. Glory to the Imperium.
The Motherworld stands unbowed. Yeah.
Shout out to
Hey
DC all the
man,
way.
shout out to y'all, bro. Look, dude, I'm just so glad when you guys start putting passion in the stuff that y'all love, man. This is so dope, bro. Man. Shout out to DC all the way. I'm subbed, bro. Can't wait to see more. Keep it coming, bro. For sure. For sure. Keep them coming. Yeah, it reminds me of it reminds me of what is the name of that show? Celebrity Deathmatch. Y'all used to watch that?
Oh wait, what show?
Celebrity Deathmatch. No, am I like dating myself?
I don't know if I actually don't know if I've heard. I feel like I've heard of it.
Bro,
I just can't remember.
That was a time, bro. That was a time. But anyway, oh man, I'm just so glad that you guys are rocking out, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to DC all the way. I appreciate y'all putting in work, man. This is dope, yo. This is dope, man. Nah, I really do appreciate you guys. And like I said, just rocking out with these universes, man, because Army of the Dead is what brought me back to theaters, bro. After the lockdown, that was the first movie that I went back to go see. I was like, I'm not missing a Zack Snyder movie. I was like, I don't care if I get sick in the theater. You know what I mean? Had to go see that. So it's dope to be here 5 years later and just able to have these conversations with you guys, man.
For sure,
Right.
Sky. For sure, man. It's really dope.
Yeah, man. It definitely predates Robot Chicken. I'm pretty sure that it does. The Celebrity Deathmatch was like the first one of those shows like that, if I'm not mistaken. Right. I used to love Stone Cold on that show, bro. He was so funny. Anyway, let's get on to like the last topic though of the night. We got the ZSJL announcement, bro. 6 years later, that passed yesterday. Right? This passed yesterday, man. And this had an accompanying I don't know how I'm supposed to say that. It had a picture that went with it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Posted by Zack himself. Right? Saying on this day. Right? Hold on, let me actually do this. Yep. On this day in 2020, we announced that we would be completing Justice League as it was originally intended. Special thanks to Henry Cavill, who joined me for the announcement, and to the fans who made it possible for Autumn. And it says, what was broken was made whole again. A silence became a voice. A wrong was made right. On this anniversary, we remember the vision restored, the balance returned, and always in the end, it was the fans who made it possible. Right? So, yeah, we definitely had this come up yesterday. I remember this day like it was nothing, man. I remember, bro. I was so mad because California was on lockdown, right? And I was on furlough and I was chilling, bro. And like Zack had already announced, yeah, we're gonna be doing this what was like a Man of Steel watch along or whatever on May 20th. And I knew something was happening. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be there. Bruh, my job calls me. They like, look, we want you back at work on May 20th. I was like, are you serious? Like, out of all the days you call and say that I got to come back to work from being on furlough, I got to come back on May 20th. bro, I was at work, bro. I was trying to work so fast, bro. It was crazy. So like, I end up putting it on, and then I saw where they started at, and then I was like, okay, I got some time because I'm like, I actually have the length of the movie to kind of get what I need done, right? So, bro, I came back not 2 minutes before it happened, bro. When I say I got back at just the right time, I got back at just the right time. And the whole, hey, I reckon you should show it. He says it, bro. They dropped the picture, bro. I went crazy at work, bro. I was yelling all kind of profanities, and people was like, yo, what's going on? And I was like, the Snyder cut is coming out. And they all knew me, so they knew about my, bro. You know, I mean, look, y'all think I'm just like this on the internet. I'm like this in real life too, right? Like, I was on there, bro. I was like, yo, the Snyder cut. Everybody knew about the Snyder cut. And so they already knew what I was talking about. They was like, oh my God, it's really coming out now. And I was like, yes, it's really coming out. And man, I'm telling you. And then in the lead up to it like coming out, man, as I'm sure a lot of you guys were, we was all getting people to sign up for HBO Max, man. Like, it's crazy. We was doing all the marketing for them, bro. We was doing all of the marketing for them, and they ain't even really treat us nice, man. They really ain't care.
Yeah, man, and it just continues to show that, like, how because there is no other filmmaker, I don't think, and this could be a me thing, but well, actually, yeah, I there's no other filmmaker that has a strong and passionate fan base like Zack Snyder does, man.
Nope, bro. That's why Nolan going through what he going through right now. Because as great as a director he is, his fan base is not on the internet like that, going at people, going at the bruh. They talk, bruh, every single day is something else about that movie. People still, bro, they still running with Elliot Page being Achilles, even though they know he's not playing Achilles. They know he's not, and they still running with that. They know he's not playing Achilles, and they're still, oh, I mean, I heard, bro, it's still coming up. Right? So these topics, it's like they just kind of, these people, they just take these narratives and they just, you know, kind of run with them, right?
Yep. But yeah, I just want to say this too, man, because like I want to thank all the fans who really helped make this happen, man. Because like if this movie never got released, I would have probably not known who Zack Snyder was.
Mm.
Like, no lie. Like, this was the first movie that I saw when I first, when I started knowing about Zack Snyder. This was the moment right here when I first started knowing who Zack Snyder was, or his name.
Mm. Yeah, man. SPR Day says Sky because ZSJL is a cul-de-sac. You're right. The same weekend, bro. Right? Crazy stuff going down. You know, it just doesn't really. I don't know. I'm so glad that there was whatever happened with the release the Snyder Cut movement, man. Like, because as you guys know that are vets of this channel, I have a series called OG Talk where I interviewed a lot of people that was pretty that's pretty important with the whole release the Snyder Cut thing. And however that thing came along with all the trials and tribulations, I'm just glad that everybody that was like a part of that thing from top to bottom, from like the people that was most involved to the people that was, you know, just able to kind of post about it a little bit. I think that the fact that everybody was able to kind of come together and have that moment is really important. I think it was much bigger than anything. You know, much bigger than anything that any other fan base has been able to accomplish, and we have since shown that there's just all of this passion that we've had about doing things like supporting AFSP, and, just keeping these conversations going, starting up new channels. We got people doing things and showing their passion in new ways. Seems like every other day. So I'm just happy that that fan base was able to lead to things like even this community, right? Because this is like more of just like an evolved version of that group that kind of started this whole thing. So I'm very, very grateful to everybody that's ever had a real hand in that release the Snyder Cut thing, because that's the one that's been super successful, right? And what has been done by this fan base is going to go down in history. And we just should enjoy having these moments to sit back and reflect on stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Right. DC All the Way says, and Helen of Troy should be in this movie in less than 5 minutes. This is the Odyssey. Bruh, they are trying everything. And that's why they probably got mad when I was showing my pictures from the other movies. I was like, bruh, we don't want to do this, man, about this whole we race swapping. I'm like, bruh, because there's been some egregious films that have taken place, man. Anyway, bro, what's your last thoughts as we start to close on down? And as the people, y'all put y'all last questions and comments down at the bottom, right? But before we do that, SPR Day says, I remember watching ZSJL the whole way through. I thought I was gonna watch it in parts, but it was so good and it didn't feel like 4 hours, bro. Even my pops, I was like, yo, we don't gotta watch the whole thing now. He was like, hey man, let's watch it, let's do it, right? He says Elliot Page is playing Elpenor, a crew member of the ship. Yeah, the youngest one. And everybody knows that now, but they're still running with this narrative. Weird, bro. People are weird, man. But anyway, go ahead, Curly Ray, aka Rebel Moon Theory. The floor is yours, bro.
Yeah, man. Just wanted to say thank you to everybody who's been participating today and who's been putting in work for something that they love and going out there and making people happy, man. Because we definitely need more people like you guys out there who are really fans of these things and are genuinely passionate for these franchises. And I also like to announce the
This
next.
that poster you was talking about too, right? I'm sorry, I wanted to show this too.
Yes, this is from Jeffrey Warfield. He got a like from Richard Citron, who is the actor of Zeus.
Yeah.
Citron, yep.
Shouts out, bro. Shouts out to Jeffrey Warfield.
Yep.
But all right, I ain't gonna cut you off no more, bro. Go ahead.
All right, so next Rebel Moon Trending event, we are going to be celebrating the 1-year anniversary of Rebel Moon Bloodline, and y'all get ready because y'all just be on the lookout. I'm just going to say that.
Hey, I don't like that smirk you got right now, bro. What is that, man? What is that, bro?
Y'all wait. Y'all just wait.
Hey, Apex said Richard's wife follows me on X, Mrs. Citron, Mrs. Batman, right? Yeah. Right, yeah, bro. Nah, this is great. I just want to first and foremost, I want to thank you guys for tapping in with this stream. I want to thank you for pulling up in Curly Ray. It's always a pleasure to have you on the platform, bro. Yeah, I had a rough week, y'all. So it was dope being here and just being able to laugh for a little bit. And you know, uh, just shouts out to y'all. You know, I really appreciate that. Oh man, we got DC all the way says, is Xena Hercules the sexiest Cleopatra? And changed my mind. Right? I don't know, bro. We got to go back and we got to see. We got to see. Right? Xena Hercules. Bruh, back when those shows was on TV, bro. What a time, man. You had to be there. You had to be there. Right? Curly Ray, he probably don't know nothing about that Xena Warrior Princess and all that.
I don't think I've heard of them.
And Kevin Sorbo Hercules, bro. You don't know, man. Anyway, man.
I know about
What a
Jimmy
time,
Man
man.
and Theorizing Rebel Moon.
Right? Hey. I got you, man. Hold up, yo. All right. Yeah, she was crazy though. Definitely one of them. But look, let's yo, I just went and looked it up. She was pretty nice, bro. She was pretty nice, bro. I just went and looked. She was pretty nice, bro. All right. Anyway, y'all sure that Cleopatra didn't look like this? All right, I'm done. I'm done. Look. I just want to give me Connie Nielsen. I feel it. We got yet another two saying I would love to see Army of the Dead, Las Vegas, and Planet of the Dead. Always found the Armyverse movies to be fun. Zombie films, in all honesty. Oh yeah. Right. Oh, I actually heard you on stream too, bro. I think it was dope that you found out that Dieter was the one that directed Army of Thieves.
Yes. I didn't know he directed.
Crazy, right? Bro, he did a great job directing that movie. And yeah, fire movie. And I really, really love Stuart Martin in that movie too. Playing was it Brad Cage?
Yes.
Yeah. Said, is that Lawrence Fishburne's wife? I think so, bro. I think so. Right. But anyway, yeah, fine. But yeah, I'm just glad to be back streaming, man. I appreciate y'all, and I already know DC all the way. You always want your wait, no, I'm putting Rebel Moon Tales down at the bottom, bro, because Rebel Moon Tales sponsored this video for sure. Y'all be sure to go give a like, share, and subscribe to Rebel Moon Tales. as long as Rebel Moon Theory. We over here pushing this stuff, man. Oh my God, he did it again, man. Said, "Oh wait, watch the Wagner Ring Cycle animated." Wait, they have a Wagner Ring Cycle animated? I have not heard of that. The Guta da Dam. Hey, bruh. I was feeling like I had to work on my German watching those movies, bruh. You know what I mean? Because it was going after the ring cycle. Oh, man. It shouts out to DC all the way, a.k.a. Rebel Moon Tales. Let me go ahead and give you this drop, bro. And I'll be right back.
You know, I got all this shit hanging over my head. But you off trying to start a war with our partners.
The nigga diss me every time I see him. Acting like he the one in charge and shit.
In Compton, he is the one. You lose. Every time you bite with that nigga, and I'm the one that pays for it. And you gonna get off his corners? You gonna leave his people be? Or you the one that's gonna find yourself a new plug?
You don't mean that shit?
The fuck I don't. I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk. Drive, motherfucker!
Hey, we back. But yeah, y'all be sure to put that link in the chat. Hold up. He says that this will help explain Army of the Dead about the Wagner Ring Cycle. You know what I mean? But look, yeah, any final thoughts though? You know what? Is this a short one? I might play this one on the way out. Well, nah, cause they might give me a strike, bro. Nah, I don't want to do that. See, because they ain't cool like Rebel Moon Tales, right? Because I can play his stuff. He probably ain't gonna try to copyright me, you know what I mean? But these other people, I start trying to do all that, they be like, yoink. Anyway, bro. Oh my God. A mama bear be cracking me up. Hey, all right. Hey, bro, look, you know what? You gave a super chat. You want me to tease him? I'ma tease him, bro. Right? Here.
Wagner's Ring Cycle is a 15-hour epic. Here's the story in 2.5 minutes. Alberic the Nibelung has a very powerful ring made of gold stolen from the Rhine Maidens. He's only just started playing with it when Wotan, king of the gods, comes along and steals it to pay off his castle in the sky. He previously offered his sister-in-law Freya as payment, but the family was unimpressed, so he had to go to back. Alberic, understandably annoyed, curses the ring, death to all who possess it. Sure enough, as soon as the builders...
Wait, this really helps explain Army of Thieves, it especially too, right? Because wasn't a girl named Freya or something like similar to that? Or like she kind of was almost like Freya, right?
Yeah, I believe so,
he says
yes.
both.
Oh, both, okay.
Mama Bear said that's 3 days. Think about it in your exile.
And
that's one of the coldest quotes I've ever heard. That quote get a gold star. She said, think about it during your exile. Oh, Mama Bear crazy. All right, let's go back.
Pair of giants called Fasolt and Fafnir get their hands on it. Fafnir kills Fasolt and takes off with the ring. The mysterious Urda materializes and warns Wotan to be careful, but Wotan's distracted by his shiny new palace and he and his family head across the Rainbow Bridge to Valhalla. Next time we see the gods, there's trouble brewing. Frigga, Wotan's wife and goddess of marriage, is appalled by events on Earth. Sigmund and Sieglinde have run away together. Two problems, they're brother and sister, and Sieglinde's already married to Hunding. They're also Wotan's children, but not Frigga's. Sigmund has no tongue, a sword Wotan left for him in a tree in Hunding's hut. Too bad, says Frigga. Sigmund must die. Wotan reluctantly agrees, but he has 9 other daughters, also not Frigga's, and their ringleader Brunhilde, like every daughter, knows better than her father.
Okay, wait, who? One more question. Who did Dieter kind of, who was he like paralleled with? Do we remember?
I'm trying to remember.
She tries to save Sigmund and fails.
Wait,
Wotan is
was it
livid.
Sigmund?
He banishes her to sleep on a fiery mountaintop until
No,
a fearless man
Sigmund.
wakes her up and claims her as his wife. There's one bit of good news, though.
Wait, but
Sieglinde
Sigmund-
has survived, and she's carrying her brother's child. Now, the child is important. The gods' days are numbered, and while Wotan has accepted this, he's afraid the whole world will end if Hagen, Albric's dastardly son, gets the ring. The gods need a hero, but one who's never heard of the gods or been helped by them. Poor orphan Siegfried, raised but unloved by Albric's brother Mima, fits the bill. Mima has other ideas. He'd like Siegfried to slay Fafnir. Now,
Okay, wait, I think he was supposed to be Siegfried, right? Because he dies. Apparently, like he dies.
Oh yeah, he doesn't. Yeah,
Right?
he doesn't die because I think
We
Ludwig's
don't know if he's
alive.
still alive or not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yo, this is dope. Definitely go check this out and finish this. Right? I don't want to go through the whole thing because I be. You got the Sydney Symphony Orchestra. You know what I mean? Putting that down. Yeah, Siegfried is Dieter. See?
Yep. Now I see
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Right?
Yeah. Shout out to DC all the way, man.
DC all the way, man. Look, we got some intelligent people in the chat. For sure. For sure. Mama Bear said he'll come back bitching about me. It's fine. He said, watch this, the army. For sure. Bro, look, and it's dope too, because you can watch like that and then Army of Thieves and then Army of the Dead. Right? And then hopefully when we get Planet of the Dead, Planet will pick up right where that kind of left off at, right? You know? Or at least with some kind of synergy, right? Well, look, let me get on out of here. It's getting late. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get at y'all next time. Y'all have a good one. Peace.